And now, guys, my birthday gift to all of you. Welcome to Deadpool 2 from 2018, once again starring Ryan Reynolds in the lead role and also being co-written by him, along with Rhett Reese and Paul Wernick from the first movie. Although this time there was a director change. The director of the previous movie decided to leave this movie because he was having creative conflicts with Ryan Reynolds. So Tim Miller decided to go on to a much better project,
Terminator
Dark Fate.
Which would, of course, make all the monies, of course. Yeah, okay, we've covered Tim Miller before. Kind of a dick to fan bases here and there when they dare not to like his creative stuff here and there, choices, because, the fans would totally not know what they want. And apparently, from what I've heard, there was a few scuffles between him and Ryan Reynolds during the making of the first Deadpool movie. And from what I've heard from a lot of people, they do prefer Deadpool 2 to the first Deadpool movie significantly. So I guess that just goes to show that maybe Tim Miller didn't know what the audience wanted for them.
Instead, we got David Leitch, or Leitch, however you pronounce it.
A guy that is pretty much on the roll. He started as an uncredited director and created property producer on John Wick. And ever since he has produced pretty much good stuff with Atomic Blonde, This, and Hobbs and Shaw.
Really? He's been all aboard here and there with the franchises, hasn't he?
He even directed the short film that came out a year before this, No Good Deed, which played before Logan and everywhere except in Britain.
Okay, to be fair, this guy started apparently as a stuntman and back in the 90s. So considering what he did for stuff like John Wick and Atomic Blonde, it makes sense because he would understand, how action scenes should work. So again, we're in good hands for this. But
this time, it's a Deadpool film that actually has a budget.
Also,
$110 million.
Also, for specification, Dwibs, do you mind mentioning which cut of the movie we're doing?
We're doing the Super Duper Ultra Director's Cut, which is kind of a rule here at SCWRM, unless for some reason, unless in extenuating circumstances.
The movie has a more vulgar type of 4D director's cut, but yeah, this is very important, folks, because it's not just a matter of having some scenes added here and there. A lot of the jokes, from what I did check, have been almost rewritten. Some phrases we're using different takes. Some scenes are more extended, as per usual, but others are completely reshot. It's not a completely different movie, but you're getting a different experience altogether.
Maybe it's kind of like...
Here. Believe it or not, folks, this movie was so risque, at least according to the business suits here, that this movie technically didn't come into theaters until Christmas, to the point where they basically made a slightly different movie. What do I mean? Well, it has a different title, a different framing device. Some scenes are completely changed.
No, that's a different thing altogether you're describing, Jova. What I'm talking about is that the theatrical cut that came out in May is still different from the version we're watching, because this one apparently is considered much more crass in its humor, that it would have got not an X rating, but something that would have made it impossible to be released on theaters, basically.
And just before we start, this film also has the distinction of being the last Fox Marvel movie to be released while Fox were themselves.
All right, where should we start with?
Before the 20th Century Fox logo. Everyone ready?
Yes.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, I probably should re-elaborate what Tia was correcting me on. This movie technically has 2 alternate versions, not cuts, but versions. There's Deadpool 2, and then there's a movie that you may have heard of called A Very Merry Deadpool.
Or Once Upon a Deadpool.
Once Upon a Deadpool. Essentially turning Deadpool 2 into a Christmas movie and making it PG-13. But, to be fair, arguably making it PG-13 in a classic Deadpool manner sort of way here and there. There's been a lot of talks and, debates about...
by the way, Shiro, spoilers for Logan coming up.
Oh
no, I haven't seen that. No!
Yeah.
Very classy, Wade.
Honestly, if you hadn't told me, I wouldn't have known that. So.
Aww.
How nice.
I want 10 of them.
Yeah, can I get one?
Rest in peace, Mutant Fox Universe. You will hardly be missed.
I'll miss it.
I'm mostly joking, don't worry.
But anyway, like I said, there's been a lot of talks and debates about the viability of literally just releasing the same movie under a slightly different framing device in theaters. Some argue it was to test to see how Deadpool could maybe work out in the MCU. Others argue it was just Fox's way of trying to squeeze out a little bit of money before they were absorbed into Disney.
Didn't the movie kind of, I don't want to say underperformed, but it didn't do as hot as they had hoped because it was released during the Memorial Day weekend?
I don't know. I know that the original basically went almost in competition with Infinity War and still managed to have like 6 times its budget. So
okay.
That.
Yeah, I was talking about the original because I was just seeing a report.
So this movie actually deals with a particular type of bit of a character of Deadpool that is done, of course. It's done something sometimes in the comics, but not all the time. Sometimes Deadpool gets existential crisis, but when you cannot die, it's kind of tough.
Also, interesting first words for a movie.
Yes.
Fuck Wolverine. Sorry, Shiori. I guess I kind of spoiled. Because we kind of spoiled Logan for you. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh well.
The truth about 6 weeks ago. Please don't.
Hello.
Did you guys see that pitch for the Deadpool show that Donald Glover was working on?
No.
No.
It looked good and promising.
I have actually not heard of
it. It was animated, so.
Where is the library?
I mean, I could totally see Donald Glover pulling off Deadpool, but no,
he wasn't voicing. He wasn't voicing. He was just like the producer.
Wait.
You're not Major Kusanagi, Wade. Sorry.
You know, Wade, a simple sniper rifle might have solved that problem too.
Oh shit.
Rude.
Well, this is awkward.
Again, some of it, from what I did check up, again, some of these scenes like this one actually have been altered to have different types of jokes to give a different experience from the theatrical cut. Thank you.
Don't smoke.
So yeah, now we get
PSA from Deadpool. Okay.
So now we get 9 to 5.
Why not?
Yeah, I mean, the humor of this film was kind of a decent pick-me-up after how, in the best way, depressing Logan was.
Mm-hmm. I'll also say this is obviously I'm also referring to the theatrical cut. Sadly, this is the movie that I regret the most not being able to see in theaters in, well, pretty much
Tony
the last
Stark?
winter period. Seriously. Yay!
Oh, wow, Tony
Deadpool,
died here early.
You don't know the traditions of a family. You're not supposed to kill anyone at a funeral.
Jab at Captain America.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, funeral, pretty convenient place to die. So yeah, you know.
Yeah, at least you'll be you'll be near a place to be buried. It's like the only more convenient places there are to die is near a funeral parlor or a hospital.
Well, I mean, some of these people are into it.
Mm-hmm. Hello. Oh.
It's gonna drop a toaster.
I don't bargain. Yeah, I don't remember this in the theatrical version.
No, neither do I.
The scene being cut like that.
Again, some of we see there are some actual added scenes to extend some points, but others are like reworked, like I mentioned.
Wait, so the opening was brand new?
Okay. again, Dej, the theatrical version cut out a lot of stuff that would have taken this above an R rating.
No,
it's tied to the
No, what
plot.
we saw up to this point was in the theatrical.
Yeah.
But
No, wait, but so Sierra has seen this.
So,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
so-
no, 'cause I was like, spoilers for Logan. That's why I was like, oh, I thought so she was going in their hair fresh. That's why I'm not.
Oh, no.
Some,
That's. Oh, sorry. Go ahead,
no,
Tia.
go ahead.
That's why I said, oh, I wouldn't have actually have known that if you hadn't have told me, Dwibs.
Some of the cut stuff was because of the obvious, more like violence, but other was more for the different types of humor that he used. Although, yeah, that's gonna sting.
Yeah.
You know, it's like getting soap in your eye. It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oof. But yeah, because again, the same year. Oh, is that a pop-up pirate?
You stole my joke.
Because I did saw Infinity War, I did saw Godzilla King of the Monsters, but this was the movie that I also wanted to see in that period, but I sadly couldn't for one reason or another. And I really missed actually the fact that I couldn't see it in theaters.
Oh wait, this came out when? 2018?
Yeah, 2018.
May 2018.
Oh, you know what? Maybe that's why. I that's weird.
Again, Dej, the movie competed with Infinity War and still managed to, with a budget of 110 million, gross 785 million.
Oh wait, maybe that's why I didn't see it, because like it was too. I only had time to see one movie at that point.
Technically speaking, 7 times his budget. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Exactly.
I forget. Can Deadpool teleport?
Not
No.
in this version. Because, again, you have to remember, in the comics, he does have a gizmo that allows him to do it.
Yeah,
Here, he doesn't have that many gadgets.
Well, Depender's got his slightly new life in order. He gets to listen to life lessons on the radio.
Yeah.
It's a reference.
Woo.
I said shoot the motherfucker, not the sky.
Get bent, Mel Gibson.
Okay, that should be the new name for the Hokey Cokey.
Oh.
Say Depender, look at the road. You're a taxi driver. Oh.
Oh.
Wow.
I kind of developed a taste for it.
Yeah, that happened.
Wait, seriously?
What?
Interview with the vampire is kind of weird. Yeah. Yeah.
I guess we'll find out later.
Yeah, I just thought of it. I just thought of it on the fly.
Ew. Hey, here's Vanessa. Sure. Oh.
Oh, really? Small world.
Why is everybody's mother named Martha?
I don't know,
Because,
Shira.
There's a joke about this in Deadpool versus the Punisher.
Oh,
It's like,
Martha, mother.
it's
Yes, Mother Martha.
I'm pretty sure Bob Kane and Bill Finger did not, thought through about that when creating the family of Bruce Wayne.
Well,
Okay,
the Jerry's, the Schuster and Siegel did too. I don't
Okay,
think.
well, Pedro, considering the fact that Superman was made before Batman, probably not.
Hmm.
No. The fact that Bruce and Clark happened to have mothers whose names were both Martha
Only,
is a
that was more a
coincidence.
coincidence.
only someone as dumb as David Goyer would
It's
think would
the
notice
token.
something like that.
Shira, do you think
To
this
be
is
fair,
what?
David Goyer was not the sole writer on that movie.
And
Yeah,
yes,
Liz.
bitch.
Shira, do you think Ryan Reynolds is going to look like this by the time his tenure of running Wrexham is over? All the stress will cause that to him.
I don't
Bloody hell.
know. He seems to be doing pretty well after he bought Mint Mobile for some reason.
With Mobile and Wrexham, what correlation is there?
Oh.
Yay! I mean, you could have twins.
Also, work with the name Todd is not a great name for kid.
Yeah, like both of those names, your child's gonna get bullied.
Well, what's wrong with Todd?
George Carlin reference. Also, what is this reference? I don't remember this movie.
Shira, you think that's bad? Wait till you see what the pups in the Alpha and Omega series are called. Stink, Runt, and what's the third one, Jova?
Stinky.
Stinky, Runt, and what's the third one? There's three of them. What's the girl's name?
Claudette.
Oh, so the girl
So
gets...
one gets an actual name.
Yeah, the girl, yeah. The message goes to show you, Shiroi.
There you go.
How
Agrees with me.
just to show you how biased those parents are, Shiroi. Basically, clearly.
Look, Donkey and Dragon named your kids weird as well.
It's a bit of a Mandela effect, Wade.
Yeah, kind of disturbing. Sometimes I wonder if, considering this was released during the last year, Fox of themselves. I wonder if this was secretly Fox having secretly relaying their history to the audience.
Remember,
Their most
Dubs,
famous films.
remember, Dubs, because copyright is a bitch, Fox still technically did have ownership of the original trilogy to a certain extent.
Also, don't forget, Dwibs, the same year that this came out, also The Predator came out. So Fox, in your own words, was greenlighting everything.
Oh boy. And we all know how the Predator
Wait a
turned
minute.
out.
But why is the movie slowing down? Crap. The gang found him.
Dang, that's a strong frying pan to literally deflect a bullet that much.
You know, Wade, you probably should have just killed them.
Yeah.
I mean, he was outnumbered.
I mean, he's doing it now.
He's immortal.
Doesn't mean he could. I'm pretty sure Deadpool
Okay.
could be killed in some way.
He
not
he,
really.
he actually can be occasionally here and there.
It's
And there's-
very convoluted, though.
That being said, well, okay,
Jeez.
believe it or not, one of the people who came the closest to killing Deadpool
geez,
was none other than our good old friend Norman Osborn.
Oh boy. And now here's the most controversial part of the movie.
Vanessa
gets
literally gets fridged, and I just have to warn for anyone who doesn't know, for the audience, this does not really get played for comedy either. This is completely played straight through the entire movie, and if anything, it's the entire motivational weight for the entire movie. People were understandably mixed about this, though I have to mention at least the movie makers did seem to have taken into account, because that PG-13 cut that Jova mentioned before, that one has one of its interludes that are from the filming device who actually addresses this, and someone questioned Wade, which is the narrator in that one, how a bit insensitive this might have been from a storytelling perspective. So at the very least, the makers did showcase that they understand the complaints.
Yeah, I've got a question actually.
Yeah.
Which do you think did this trope not as badly, this or X-Men Apocalypse?
Oh, this, without a doubt. X-Men Apocalypse was just Bryan Singer pretty much pulling out a sniper rifle and sniping anyone that wasn't his own.
Quantity. I will also say this, Dej. Sorry, apologies.
Also, Gemma, to be honest, remember he co-wrote First Class, and technically they were his own.
I will also say this, Dwibs.
They weren't really, though, but we've already discussed this in length.
I also already say, Dwibs, I have another personal BS when the fridging gets done with a child character, and to this day I found a very few selective cases where it doesn't make me cringe. Is it
the Harley Quinn thing when she blew up kids?
I don't remember that. What?
We don't talk about that, Dej. In fact, literally, it's kind of a rule in universe. We don't... Wait, what?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Basically,
and now we get our James Bond-esque title sequence.
Yes, 17 minutes in.
And hey, they actually got Celine Dion to do a song.
Yes, and
they know what they're doing.
Despite that, this was not nominated for an Oscar. Fucking hacks.
Well,
but wait a minute.
No, wait, Celine already got her Oscar back in '97. So,
but that was the entire point. More, they wanted a little Oscar base on.
Oscars aren't a one and done thing.
Exactly. What the fuck? See, so the movie is still self-aware enough to understand.
No, go on, finish.
Favorite character.
That's the thing.
Also the sorry, go on.
That's the thing, Shiroi. Usually, for I don't know how it is for musicians, but actors usually and you say that, Shiroi, but as soon as she got her one Oscar, suddenly Sandra Bullock started making good movies again. So
Reynolds did want to share the spotlight.
After The Blind Side, we have to do that movie again at some point.
Real Heroes, my ass.
I like it.
That was a reference. That's a reference to the previous song calling the writers the real heroes of this picture.
Someone wouldn't literally film anything.
Peter Jackson. Directed by one of the guys who killed the dog.
You monster!
How could you?
Oh my god, he's kind of right.
Well, don't worry. Hey, wait! Don't worry, Wade. In about under a year from now, you can ask Disney that yourself.
I do wonder.
You should make a YouTube video about this.
Also,
I'm sure it's already been done.
Around the time this film was released, fuck, I forgot this actor's name. T.J. Miller. Yeah, T.J. Miller. T.J. Miller was implicated in some rather crazy stories. Like one in particular being him playing a horrible prank on a bus or a train, saying there was a terrorist attack.
How did they manage to get him to voice his character in the Big Hero 6 World in Kingdom Hearts 3 after this?
well, remember.
Knowing Kingdom Hearts, too, that was probably recorded
Yeah.
well in advance, given how Kingdom Hearts games tend to take a long time.
What Jova said, not to mention too, the game came out.
Sexual misconduct allegations, although unlike say All the Money in the World, by the time it came out, it was a bit too late to change.
Yeah, you also gotta realize that the Big Hero 6 world was one of the first worlds announced.
And hey, this guy's offering some really helpful advice.
Yeah. Yes. Oh.
Well, Wade, he's trying.
Yeah.
Very sneaky Wade.
The cure for blindness.
And Wade's cocaine.
Here's the thing, though. I'm wondering how much of this film exactly is going to end up carrying over into Deadpool 3.
Potentially.
The probably a bit. Again, like I said, I won't spoil the ending of this, but given how the ending goes, it's a pretty easy way for him to get into the MCU. I mean, technically, he's already made his debut in literally a YouTube video.
That's the thing, Java. Dwibs was questioning the elements from these two movies, of what will be carried over and what not.
Other than Deadpool himself, obviously.
Okay, normally I'd say just Deadpool, but given what happened with Venom 2, it could literally be Wade and everyone from his movie, except for the X-Men.
Considering how TJ Miller, as we mentioned, probably not going to show up, maybe that's a good excuse for them to introduce Bob, Agent of Hydra, as the sidekick.
It also has to do...
Okay. Let me put it like this. Characters like the blind lady, she might make it over here and there. Maybe some of his other supporting... What the...
You think we're going to get a Deadpool Spider-Man crossover movie?
If
it would be actually, they wouldn't have to worry about Fox because they own the film.
Let me put it like this: basically, if Sony can stop tripping over themselves trying to make Spider-Man its own separate thing again.
Since this is Dwibs' Purple Pig, we're recording this before No Way Home is officially in theaters, so we don't know jack shit about how it ends.
It's also
Oops, that's some good flour.
Not to mention, Kingdom Hearts 3 came out in January 2019, which was only like a few months after this movie came out, so there wasn't really that much time for
this is actually an added scene, if I recall correctly.
Yeah.
Wee!
Oh, God.
Yeah, basically, this is Deadpool trying to find
montage.
out.
Good luck trying to therapy your way out of this one, kid.
Basically, what thing that I was mentioned before, tied to Vanessa's bridging, is that this is a movie, and particularly this extended cut, is basically that type of, raunch comedy that loves to fire shots at literally everything. So if you can be potentially offended by something, chances are something like that is in this movie.
I just need to die harder, trademark Fox.
Cute.
Yeah, see, we made Die Hard as well. Please remember us as a movie studio that made all those wonderful things before we get bored by the mouse.
You know what's sad? Honestly? My first instinct with that... Hold on. My first instinct with that joke wasn't Die Hard, but more just them taking a jab at Fox.
That's because
doing climbingly stupid thing after stupid thing, which just made it feel like they were trying to die.
I don't remember how it was the original line, but the Die Hard reference is specific for the extended cut, apparently, Jova.
Oh, I know. It's just like, ironically, it could apply both to the Die Hard franchise and Fox just doing incredibly dumber stuff here and there.
Hey, Dwibs.
Yeah.
Also, Fox, not for nothing, but you guys were the ones who put yourselves for sale.
Yeah, you have to realize the real key reason why they decided to put themselves up for sale was because of how bad Fan 4 Stick was.
Wait.
I think Rupert
Seriously,
Murdoch,
that was
Yeah.
the reason?
I remember Rupert Murdoch wasn't too happy at how the Prophets.
Oh, it's Colossus.
Wait, hold on. I get that Fantastic was god awful and terrible, but how is that one movie the catalyst that, set everything up for the buyout?
Literally
Broken in
getting a
more
body
ways than
bag.
one.
Off we go back to the X Mansion.
Yes.
The Essex House.
But before that, we get this.
Oh
lovely
boy, are we
place.
finally gonna deal with Mr. Sinister?
Unfortunately, no. Although this facility, it's implied that it's also controlled by him.
Who owned the rights to that character?
Fox,
Wow.
because it's an enemy of the mutants.
I get the feeling they may have had some plans for
Okay.
him here and there, but they squelched them badly.
Yeah, remember, it was supposed to be the villain of New Mutants. No, there was supposed to be another type of villain for the climax of this movie that I know of, but got replaced with another one, but I'll tell more in due time. Apparently, this sequence in the theatrical cut was only repurposed later in short flashbacks, but here instead it's presented correctly in order, and it's in its entire, full length.
And oh my, this seems to be harkening back to X-Men Origins Wolverine in more than one way.
Yeah, please don't do that.
This guy sounds lovely.
Absolutely.
And then the bar shut down.
Basically.
Human children are the future.
Give your child a human future. Ah. Oh.
Oh god. Look, Predator's already showed us that Adrian Brody does not work as an action hero, okay, Wade, we get it. Oh god, that was also a Fox movie.
Yes.
Again, Fox pretty much put themselves in a hole.
Hey, it's a Negasonic Teenage Warhead.
Hello.
And with a reference to
Yukio.
Deep Wolverine. For reference here, Yukio was a character that was supposed to be introduced thanks to the Wolverine and be a part of the X-Men team, but she mysteriously vanished after that movie, and here's the new counterpart for the new timeline as Negasonic Teenage Warhead's girlfriend.
Which is fine, but I don't get it. I mean, originally she was a love interest for Wolverine, but I guess now thanks to that butterfly effect, now she's
Also,
a mutant who hangs
Tiny
out.
little notebook.
Also, Piotr, you're still in the wrong movie, man. Oh boy.
Also, you want to know what my favorite part about the Wolverine is?
Oh no. Wait. Why does Xavier have a portrait of Thomas Jefferson in the Xavier mansion?
I don't know. Don't question Charles's taste.
Yeah.
Hey, where is Charles anyway?
Yeah, well, where is everyone?
No touchy.
Huh. Yeah, that's the thing. The first movie,
Angel
well,
is kind of
Oh,
dead.
there we are.
Oh, there we
Yeah,
are.
there we are.
Bye.
See, Joba, same universe.
At least we got better, I guess, after Dark Phoenix. So that's our conclusion, Jova.
Well,
was that actual archive footage?
No.
no, apparently, basically, Ryan was against the blue screen, and that little bit there with Quicksilver closing the door, that bit was filmed by Simon Kinberg.
You know what's sad, honestly? That was probably more fun that
the
the
entirety
cast
of
there
Dark
had
Phoenix.
than the entirety of
Jesus
Dark
Christ.
Phoenix or X-Men
Exactly.
Apocalypse.
Not just that, Dej.
Not just
It's
Dark Phoenix, but also X-Men Apocalypse.
not just that. If anything, it's the better conclusion than anything than that.
There you go, guys. The best conclusion is just them.
It's a throwaway cameo. Deadpool
But,
2. Yeah.
Wade is,
No
still-
X-Men material, like you mentioned. Again, this movie poses the other question that a lot of Deadpool stories do, but mostly the people who don't know much about Deadpool aside of memes do not pose. Again, when you put the desperation and nothing to lose anymore to a guy like that cannot die, what's left to be done? And who wants to live forever at that point?
Also, I think we should have a discussion about the topic of fridging. Yes, fridging more often than not is a bad thing. That being said, oh god,
yeah. Don't.
Oh, you have tons of steel.
Look, he's finally accepting.
And now Thanos.
Yes.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the same actor, Josh Brolin, plays the quote
Hey, look, it's the guy from Avatar, right? No?
Yeah, here in this film, Josh Brolin plays Cable.
Yeah, as foreshadowed also from the stinger in the first movie, Cable is in this movie. And to be fair, they got his origin story pretty much on the tee. He's literally from one of the destruct future of the X-Men, and he wants time travel to correct something that will trigger that.
Here's the interesting thing. One of the things that Reynolds was opposed to when Tim Miller was going to be directing this movie was casting a guy. Miller wanted to cast a guy named Kyle Chandler as Cable.
Why?
I have no idea. He was the guy who played someone named Bruce Baxter in the 2005 King Kong movie.
I don't remember.
I really don't remember that.
But yeah, Reynolds didn't like that.
Reynolds didn't like a lot of things that Miller wanted to do, and you know what? Bless him for that. It sounds like he had a better idea than
major
what Miller
difference when it comes to Cable, the major difference is that he's not as bulky as his comic book counterpart, and trust me, he is bulky in that, but he gets the job done.
Yeah, basically, Cable apparently in the comics is 6'8". Brolin's only like 5'10".
Again, Rob Liefeld is not really a completely great character designer. Just saying.
Originality. I'll just steal from Japan.
Okay, about and also about Brolin in the movie. Basically, he said that while he did enjoy playing Cable, he did admit. Basically, he felt that Deadpool 2 was more like a business transaction because he didn't have as much creative freedom as he did with Thanos.
What is this conversation?
Tarantinoing, Shiroi. It's a common plot device for movies.
So is this a reference to Dragon Ball? Is this going to be farming with a shotgun?
What year is it?
You didn't let them answer the question.
Okay, here's my headcanon. In this universe, Cable is Thanos in a different version of the aftermath of Infinity War, when he realized maybe cutting half the galaxy's population wasn't such a hot idea. So out of guilt, he had huge plastic surgery and renamed himself.
That does remind me of a little fun addendum ending to Dark Phoenix that Dark Lord Shadow 1 made. Essentially, what Dark Lord Shadow 1 did in his review was essentially that, Thanos came in and more or less wiped the X-Men characters out because, they're getting rebooted, but instead took Deadpool with him because the great overlords of Disney pretty much realized, hey, Deadpool's probably the most profitable character, and he can literally make money just off of the fact that he remembers the old universe.
And something that's kind of hilarious. Is the timing between this and Deadpool 2. Sorry, but this and Infinity War. Infinity War came out in the US on April 27th, 2018. Deadpool 2 came out May 18th, so not even like 3 weeks after.
And again, despite that, it managed to hold its ground a lot, actually.
So, are all the other X-Men just still hiding in that one room while Wade's here?
Basically, that's the excuse we're going with.
That's a really long conversation they're having, Jonah.
That being said, though, if I recall correctly, just to check, was that extra cameo made in mind with who lives or dies in Dark Phoenix?
It actually checks out because neither Jean Grey nor Mystique are in there. Everyone else, it's from exactly the final roster from Dark Phoenix.
Okay, so the only problem still continuity-wise is the fact that it's not mentioned that it's the Jean Grey school of mutants and whatnot.
Considering Charles also is back at directing it, I guess things changed
Wait,
out
wait,
in the
wait,
meantime.
hold on. Did they say that Charles is back directing it?
I mean, he's very. Remember, at the end of Dark Phoenix, he mentioned that he retired anyway.
No. I'm talking about in this movie. Did they say in this movie that he's back directing?
No, that was literally like the only time they show up.
You're gonna need an adult.
Oh boy.
I am an adult.
I need a different adult.
There are plenty of adults here. Take your pick as we help you out.
Let's see who this child actor is.
Ooh.
You know, if they ever make a new Terminator movie, I hope not. They should probably just get Josh Brolin to be a robot.
There you go, Julian Dennison. He had done some movies beforehand, but I haven't checked it. And he was there in Godzilla vs. Kong 2021, so cool.
Look, we have a mission. We need you to just... Oh, you want him to join? Well, that's another day everyone's going to be staying locked in that room. I'll admit, the idea of them just all there in fear of Wade going postal...
No, Deadpool with the yellow and black costume, just no.
Christopher Plummer refuses role with Deadpool 2. Gee, I wonder what they're referencing there. It was the all the money in the world thing, like I mentioned earlier.
So yeah, these kids' mutant power are heat-based.
So what's this kid's mutant name again?
Fire Fist.
Oh yeah, I should also mention them. We have a different composer as well. This time it's David Leitch regular Tyler Bates.
Brilliant.
You know, I will say this, though. Of all the X-Men they could have included in this one, they didn't include Jubilee. Like, they had set her up in Apocalypse, and then she just never came back after that.
Well, Joe, the same year this film came out, her actress was in, The Predator.
Wait, seriously?
Yes.
Wait, who's her actress?
Olivia Munn.
What?
Dwibs. Olivia Munn was Psylocke, not Jubilee.
Yeah.
That's what she was.
Yeah,
No,
like,
she was Psylocke.
and
I mean, Psylocke's not in this movie either, so yeah.
To,
And that's
to
the
be
thing,
fair, I
Psylocke
understand
literally-
because Psylocke barely did anything in Apocalypse.
Psylocke was basically there to go, hey, look, guys, we're finally respecting the fact that they have comic book outfits, and then she faffed off in the end.
You're only a trainee.
I still do love the irony that the X-Men franchise that used to make fun of the yellow costumes is now sporting them proudly.
I also love the attention to detail that the shirt is not designed to go under his katana holders.
His fire powers. Yeah, Russell. Yeah, Russell Firefist.
It's a work in progress. Fair.
admit, it was kind of weird making Yukio of all people a mutant, seeing as how
Yes,
she's...
he stole that from RoboCop.
Also, is it just me, or are Yukio's powers in this more or less, Sue Storms going off of that?
Again,
Actually,
deserved.
that was Sonic Teenage War slammed by Jova.
Oh. Yeah, that's right, Yukio's the one with the pink hair.
Yeah, no killing. I'm trying to control the situation here. Yeah.
And backing away slowly. Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Hello.
hi. Yes, true. Yeah.
Ryan
Someone gives her an
Reynolds.
autograph on a box of Wolverine.
Oh, yeah, the knee. Yeah.
Oh. DMC? Oh, OMC. Bonk. Ah.
I meant to do it like that. I'm
Yeah,
sure.
not non-lethal. It's fine.
Shit, wrong game.
Yay.
I mean, yay! However, oh yeah, that's gonna be the.
Yeah.
Well, you didn't know who these people were at the time.
Hmm.
The icebox?
Yeah, we saw that. Yeah, I think the scene of him being tortured wasn't in the in the original version either.
Oh, look, it's a callback to the first one.
Heh.
Oh my
So
god, the one
Cyclops-
felt different.
I can't tell if Cyclops feels horrified or proud of him.
Oh,
There we go.
You're going on the naughty step.
yeah. So off they go to the icebox.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, hopefully there's beer in there.
That boy's a kid. He shouldn't be drinking.
Also, does this place look like you get beer?
What does that mean?
That's the word. It's a combination of Harry Potter and the Avengers team, because usually in the comics they're divided into depending on what coast they're in.
East Coast Hufflepuff. Wait, America East Coast. So
Yeah.
So Jova.
Yeah, New York, New Jersey,
Ironically.
everyone Eastern Standard Time.
He tried.
Something else as well.
Yes.
Part of Deadpool's power was suppressing his cancer,
Yeah.
Oh,
and now it's being suppressed.
Like I mentioned, Norman Osborn was probably the guy who came the closest to killing Deadpool by curing his cancer.
I wonder if Colossus knew that he pretty much gave Deadpool a death sentence.
I wonder if he cared at that point. I mean, now, having read comics, there are actually quite a lot of plus-size superheroes, to be fair, kiddo.
Were there many around in 2018, if any at all?
Yes, in comics. Then
The
again,
Blob
because a
had
lot of...
several times where he was supposedly reformed.
I will admit, part of the problem with some superhero movies is that, again, some of them feel like they just want to make fun of superhero comics instead of, pay homage
Embracing
to the reasons that
it.
they exist. Yeah. Like, seriously, don't be a coward and make fun of the comic that you're based off of. At least embrace qualities of it.
Yeah.
Damn, kid.
You don't want to go up through that wish, kid. Yes.
Foreshadowing is delicious.
yeah, it's all about the subtlety that's in there. You just need a right amount of it. That's tasty.
Well, there you go, Wade. You finally get to die. Oh, God.
Yeah, so apparently Cable can get rid of all the metallics if he actually tried.
All right,
Yeah, I guess
it's
he
a bit
just
more
doesn't want
complicated
to.
than that, Dej. The reason why he has the bionic arm aside from missing an arm is because he's infected with a techno-organic virus. So if he loses control, that's a big no-no. That's one of his special moves in MVC in Marvel vs. Capcom.
Because I saw that. He saw his younger self being so powerful, he got annoyed and then somehow removed the virus himself out of sheer determination. But no, I can't be owned by a kid.
Okay, if I recall correctly, this guy is supposed to be Black Tom Cassidy, which originally was supposed to be the real main antagonist. But for one reason or another, things had to be rewritten to railroad with another villain for the climax. Yeah, it's a bit more worse than that.
Oh no.
He's gonna poke his eye out.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, fight, 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 fight.
He actually enjoyed it. Yes, that was amazing teamwork as you got kicked on the floor.
That, yeah. Let's just say that was a particular joke.
And that joke was in the theatrical version.
Yeah, it was actually in the theatrical version. I don't know how they got away with that.
Because it was rated 15. Whoa.
Coming through.
Ugh, I told you, stop calling me Thanos. I'm not playing him in this movie, alright? Big difference. Wonder if Cable will end up being in the MCU.
Sorry, Edge? Sorry, Dwibs, can you repeat that?
Wonder if Cable will end up being in the MCU.
I wouldn't mind, to be honest.
Do you mean like this Cable or Cable in general?
Well, this Cable.
That depends.
As long as he's able to pull his moves from Marvel vs. Capcom
There's also the fact that, remember, Cable backstory is connected also to the X-Men in some kind of fashion, so
Yes.
I get the idea that tying him into the MCU will mean having to tell more properly about his backstory, including who these parents in the future are supposed to be. So I wonder if they want to save it for, a later time.
Let me put it like this.
Or do you think they'll just do Bishop before Cable?
I could see that happening. That said, in regards to Cable, I think we may see Cable eventually in the MCU, but probably not this Cable. Because, if they have a different X-Men, well, with that will come a different Cable given the change.
And with that, it's the start of a great friendship.
Yeah, the Deadpool and Cable's relationship is basically the straight man and the wise guy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, he's
Not
there
after
for the
Deadpool.
kid.
But why, though?
Finally, Wade has a purpose. Making sure that this kid lives. Now, let me guess. Russell grows up to be a supervillain, doesn't he?
Well,
Let's see.
Did he just shove him up the butt?
I think it was still the 5, but yeah, close enough. Still, props to the kid for managing an actual sneak attack. Ow. Oh, colors off.
Couldn't have got it off soon enough.
It'll just take a bit to decalcify
Reassemble.
himself. Yeah.
Not for nothing, Cable, but just how much are you changing the future with all these
Yeah,
people
exactly,
you're
I'm like-
killing?
I'm pretty sure he doesn't care as long as he reaches the objective.
Again, though, what if this just ends up creating an even worse future? That looked like it hurt.
All right, don't worry. Just snap your fingers and he'll be dust. Oh no, wait. sorry,
That
wrong
doesn't
character.
work here.
Blind him with your bionic eye. Why do I get
Ryan
the feeling
Reynolds
Reynolds
is
always
bad,
wanted to
man.
say that?
Dwibs, a lot of actors have
I
always
love
wanted
the
to
added
say
sound
that.
effect. It's a sonic weapon.
So maybe he hasn't been killing everyone he shoots with that, just giving them incredibly
Well, that
terrible
particular
headaches.
setting that he pulled. Again, gotta give credit to Rob Liefeld. The guy at least knew how to draw cool guns. At least was that.
Look, I won't call Rob Liefeld a complete total talentless hack. Like, I will say this: he had interesting ideas and concepts. Again,
Hold
just
on.
the
I think he's about to spin now. Mhm. No. Yes.
Who?
The taxi driver.
Okay.
Anyway, go on, Jova. Sorry, I thought he was going to spin now.
like I said, Rob Liefeld did come up with a lot of good ideas and concepts, but the times when he gave them good executions were, well, let's just say, much fewer than the times when he did some pretty bad ones.
What was
No.
that? His idea?
No, that's Todd
Todd
McFarlane.
McFarlane.
Yeah.
Believe it
So-
or not, he even made a comic book series that would get some influence on the legendary Alan Moore of all people.
So basically, Joe, if I wanted someone to draw a cool-looking gun, that's who I'd get Rob Liefeld for.
Okay, to give him credit, sometimes when he's on his A game, even a cool
Top steps for
Hold on.
pussies.
Really?
That's
Really,
Cable,
Skrillex?
that's
Yes,
Cable's best
Skrillex.
line. That's Cable's best line. To be fair, dubsteps for pussies.
Anyway, though,
Nah,
but like
kinda,
like I said, though, like Rob Liefeld could occasionally even draw good characters. Again, to be fair, when it comes to cases like Deathstroke and Deadpool, they are more or less still the way he drew them. It was just the character writing that was, kind of hit or miss.
Oh no, he's taking the token.
Memento coin.
That looks like it would come straight out of a Mortal Kombat movie.
Whee!
So artistic.
So yeah,
Let me guess, this is probably the moment where Russell starts to become a bad guy because he doesn't care for him. Which means that Cable may have ironically ended up creating the moment
Yeah, exactly.
that-
Wait, the Human Centipede was a bad movie. Oh,
Ow.
and he's in the nightmare dimension again.
No, sorry, you aren't getting Mother Free yet, Wade.
So when does Mephisto come in and says that he wants to make a deal with Deadpool?
Thankfully,
No. That's something that's canonically now Mephisto like scoring with Spider-Man. Yes, I meant that Spider-Man
Also,
plural.
Dr. Doom. Remember, he still has the soul of his mother for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. Do that in reverse. Ew. It just got backwards. Basically, see where your shit went down.
Yeah.
Yeah, prison fight and you blew it up.
And also, he's disillusioned Russell.
Yeah, which again, like I mentioned, this may be what causes Russell to be the bad guy who does whatever Cable is trying to kill him for, I'm guessing. And even more super prison than the last one.
So,
It's a super prison.
a team.
Ooh.
About that.
Yeah, that's still
that's-
a work in progress.
Ocean's 14, Rogue.
John Wick 3, but with the original director. But the original director is there. It did do John Wick 3. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's one of the jokes that probably didn't age that well. I think... was this around the time when people were thinking a John Wick 3 wouldn't be happening or something?
Let me check
know.
when it came out.
Yeah.
On a bad
Yeah.
room, I think. I forgot when it came out.
John Wick
I mean-
3 came out in 2019.
Okay,
so it
then
was
I
probably
have
announced
no-
at this point.
Okay, then I have no idea why they included that in the jokes of things that would probably never happen.
Again, also, I really love the special effects they did to make Cable's partially cybernetic body. You can clearly tell they also want to homage Terminator.
Yes. Hey
So
ho.
this is what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happened.
Nope. Is this where the mutant containment unit takes people?
Oh, no, they're not
No.
called the MCU. They're called the OMC.
Unless
Maybe
they
that's
changed it.
maybe
Wait,
these
but
are the
Dwibs,
mutant containment unit with a reformed name.
but Dwibs, don't you see this is after Dark Phoenix, so maybe they changed it to this.
You know, if you know that infighting is gonna happen every single day, you should probably rework your lunch schedule.
Or better yet, make that prisoners eat inside their cages.
So who's inside the maximum security prison?
Magneto?
Heh.
Why would they keep him in a place that has this much metal?
Shut up, Joe. You know the mutants aren't smart. I mean, the humans and X-Men aren't smart.
Except for the fact that they literally kept him in a plastic container in X-Men 2, so... Yeah.
I mean, the mutants had to work a bit hard to get him out.
And no. In this timeline...
Mystique.
And now in this timeline, let's not forget that during the 70s, they were using so much as plastic guns just to make sure he couldn't control them.
Don't forget, Magneto's weak against a wooden gun.
Seems that he agrees with that.
Oh god, that's going to age badly.
So here we are, recruiting Deadpool's new team.
The X-Force.
At least he didn't say
Let's
Tupac
start
and
with
Biggie.
Badland, played by Terry Crews. What are you doing here?
Oh, hell yes. Terry Crews, yes.
Wait. Is this the guy that was in X-Men Origins
No,
with his powers?
Zeitgeist.
I actually don't know this guy.
No. That guy was Phantasm. Or, no. Sorry. He was Wraith.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, wherever he is, he's in the team.
And here's one of my favorite mutant characters, Shatterstar. This guy is a gladiator alien.
That sounds cool.
As usual, Canada is the punchline.
You know, don't discount
Oh,
This
no.
character that they were heavily marketing.
Don't diss Canada while Ryan Reynolds is there.
Yeah.
So movie 2009.
What's her power?
Luck. Manipulation.
And here's the best character, Peter. The cable's shit.
So, I guess, to be fair, if there is one critique I do have about the extended version, it's like, well, I guess I can see why some jokes may have been cut out for the theatrical version in the sense that some of these jokes I feel like, wow, okay, don't get me wrong, most of them hit the mark, but there are some that just feel like they're trying a little too hard, and some that just end up being outdated, because I guess we wanted to mention this funny thing or whatnot. Case in point, stuff like the John McCree with original director joke, because that's exactly what happened. And
Oh
it's
my
like,
god, I can hear his Thanos voice coming in.
Not just that, look at that, they're clearly trying to homaging Apocalypse now.
He's even talking like Thanos.
Ooh.
I'm about to make it very easy for TJ Miller to not have a reason to be back in the sequel. It's interesting, though, how Domino looks in this movie compared to her comic book counterpart.
Again, supposedly they wanted to avoid that 100% faithful look because it might have raised some questions, but I'm not seeing that,
would
to
it
be
really
honest.
have? She's
Let me
essentially-
post. I'm gonna post a picture in the chat for the Cheery, for example.
So yeah,
Which is weird because now
this is a better X-Men is sexist thing than the Dark Phoenix.
That's because here is supposed to be a joke, while Dark Phoenix tried to play it completely straight.
yeah. So interestingly enough, Domino's more like an inverse of how she usually looks in the comics. Because in the comics, she's normally pale with a black mark over her eye, whereas in this movie, she's black but with a white mark over her eye.
So yeah, they're high up in the air about to do a parachute, but there's a wind advisory in effect. But I'm sure it'll
It will be fine.
Gary.
That's also something that is a thing nowadays.
Wow.
There's some
We don't even get that
reason.
here.
Not around here. Is it?
Sure, you're not missing much. I'm gonna be completely.
I don't
honest.
think we ever got the McRib here in my country.
It's.
Oh, the
it tastes
McRib
like a
is an...
sponge.
Honestly,
what-
Dej, I'm not
Yeah,
surprised.
Thunderstruck for some reason.
Yeah,
I guess
so here we are, guys.
It's better placed here than in Battleship, I guess.
So here we are, guys. The X-Force is in action.
Yay!
I love how one of them literally just threw the parachute
Come on,
backpack
Peter.
away.
Wow, it's nice that we're spending a good chunk of the movie with the team.
Hopefully they'll have their own moments to shine, and it won't just be Deadpool centric, right?
I hope, because this actually looks like a pretty good setup, honestly. Unless they'll... No.
Hey, at least Peter is handling the fall gracefully.
I'm actually more so taking a jab at Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. For a moment, I was
Or
fearful
rather,
that...
Birds of Prey or whatever.
Sure,
moment I
don't
was
worry.
fearful
D
that you were-
Suicide Squad is a
Is
good
the
movie.
better
Oh,
movie.
but I was-
Yes.
It is.
For a moment, I was
It's a-
fearful you were foreshadowing something.
No.
there.
But whoa.
Whoop.
Oh,
well, Deadpool had a decent landing at least.
not
Well-
quite the superhero landing.
Wait a minute.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh dear.
Wait a minute. This looks a lot like the neighborhood from Dark Phoenix.
Oh, shit.
where...
I'll get run over.
wait.
Oh fuck.
Seriously?
Yeah, this is the other thing that a lot of people liked about this. The fact that they hype
Right.
also in the marketing some of these characters only to unceremoniously kill them before they can do literally anything.
Okay.
Wait.
Oh, he really was an alien.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's funny.
No,
It is,
I'm
but
sorry.
when even the marketing also shows some action scenes involving
But
them.
hey, who's playing it? No, they killed Brad Pitt.
Wait, what?
Yeah, that was Brad Pitt. But Peter survived. Yay! That's the
Did he
most
really?
important thing. Peter is alive.
Okay. This is again akin to when the M's. He's gonna get run over, isn't he? Oh, he doesn't.
Oh, and then okay, Peter to the rescue. Come on, Peter.
It's his moment to shine.
Yeah, we're X-Force.
He is literally
Oh.
getting chopped up.
With acid
Oh,
vomit.
Peter, no!
Okay.
Again, like I mentioned, the trailer did show some action scenes that are not in the movie, purposely to false advertising. And again, it is part of the joke and everything. But for anyone who actually like these characters, like me with Shatterstar, yeah, tough shit.
Okay,
Yeah,
I really was taking a jab at Birds of Prey. I knew they were going to die, obviously, but I forgot how soon it was.
Okay. No.
Oh. And yes,
Yeah.
Jova? Yeah.
Brad Pitt is dead.
Okay, like, yeah, Dwibs, I get it's funny, but yeah, this is one of the dumb things that some superhero movies do when they just take the piss out of comic book characters because, whoa, comics! Nobody takes those seriously. Let's kill off a character that people really were looking forward to being
Now
in the
that
film.
being said, the movie is not over yet, so let's focus more
Yeah.
on more important matters
Hey,
for the time
Stanley.
being.
And hey, at least they let Domino live. Well, I mean, okay, obviously they weren't going to kill Domino. Like, she was heavily marketed.
Even in story universe, remember, her whole shtick is about luck manipulation. Everything that can go right for her will, because fuck you.
Yeah, just shame about everybody else.
Which may make one wonder, what's her
Hey, I
weakness,
didn't know we were playing the
then?
Deadpool 2 video game.
Was she like what's this? Jinx from Teen Titans?
No, well, she's Jinx. She's the opposite of Jinx. Jinx is literally about
Hello.
bad luck. Domino is about good luck.
Again, she doesn't have to do much because every contrived, good coincidence will happen in her favor. So, there's that.
Yeah.
Well, it's comic books. I can't.
As a mutant power, it's kind of cool, actually. Shame that during her first appearance, she wasn't really the real Domino.
Again, though, Tio, one may wonder then, what's her weakness then if she can literally control luck?
I don't remember. If I had to hazard a guess, consider the character is to essentially convince her to commit Sudoku.
But, yeah.
Poor Cable.
Last luck for you.
Also, that's the thing. While she has the collateral damage is, Man of Steel level.
That is an unfortunate side effect of her powers. It's
Now
not
that being said, from what I understand, in no universe at all was Deadpool or Domino or indeed almost anybody in this movie depicted as
Deadpool
being like
phrasing.
Superman.
No. No, to be fair, you're right. Domino also works as a, gun for hire most of the time anyway. So
She was.
while she's
she was-
much better than the Deadpool in terms of morality, she still kills people even without money on the paycheck.
What about that time when she was an X-Men?
Well, everyone has been an X-Men at some point when it comes to the mutant wardrobe.
Oh,
Ooh.
Oh no.
I pray to
Who
God
will
you
win a
just
fight,
fall
Domino
across
or Squirrel Girl?
God, that's tough. I guess Squirrel Girl, because while Domino is luck-based, she does not have, fourth wall protection, which Squirrel Girl definitely has.
Again, well, that's the thing. Squirrel Girl has lost a few fights occasionally. So, maybe not. Of course, I'll give you free guesses as to who's the one person who she actually has lost to.
Spider-Man, you already mentioned in the past.
Yeah. Spider-Man, I think, is the one character who's been able to pretty much take out every challenge here and there. Granted,
And
one of
Spider-Man's the underdog, right?
yes, that, and granted, one of those cases, it was literally because he had the powers of Captain Universe as well, when he
Hey,
took out that
works.
triple sentinel, which was awesome. Ah, so this is how Cable and Domino meet. How charming.
Hey, and this time she's not a shapeshifter, Jova.
What?
Don't you just love
First appearance in the
shape-shifting
comics,
retcons?
they tried to hype up as the introduction of the character, only to retcon it later to say that he was a shapeshifter, she was a shapeshifting disguise, and the real Domino showed up.
What?
Yeah.
It's
That-
the
that- that's
It was a
stupid
convenient,
as
it
Peter
was a
Parker's
convenient
parent.
excuse to keep the character design, but to change the power to make the character more cool.
But that sounds as stupid as Peter Parker's parents.
Welcome to
being
the comic
robots.
book of the 90s, Dej. The Dark Age was wild. Again with this.
Yes.
Oh god, they're playing this song.
They were playing it earlier, too.
I know.
And Black Tom Cassidy is dead.
He's like, what the fuck? He's white.
Oh, crud. There goes the brakes.
I said
You're
I'm
the
luck.
luck face.
I'm
the
lucky not. I'm lucky not a mechanic.
Well, use your luck to get us out of this.
Yay.
Yeah. Good luck.
Reference to X-Men Origins.
I mean, to be fair, that was one of the better scenes of that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. The first 10 minutes of that film.
Yeah.
He'd be really good at Beat Saber.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, this will slow us down.
Definitely. Hey, at least she's at least considerate enough to learn the honk. Yeah.
To be honest, I'm surprised Brad Pitt didn't knock out the power to the sea.
Well, he died, Dwibs.
Oof.
No, he hit the cables. Remember?
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, those weren't the main cables to the city generator, probably.
So yeah, the character World to me is also, I don't know actually who plays him, but it's also
Ryan Reynolds,
it's
if I
also
recall
voiced by
correctly.
Ryan. At least the
Yes.
voice.
Yeah, he's
I don't
voiced
know.
by Ryan Reynolds.
Mm-hmm.
I guess they had to make him earn his wages. Ladies
Yes,
and
ladies and
gentlemen.
gentlemen, apparently not killing Bolivar Trask makes the Juggernaut appear in this moment.
Okay,
Good.
so here's a weird thing. Once again, though, apparently the Juggernaut is a mutant, even though originally in the comics, he's not.
I mean, they retconned that years
This is
ago.
also slightly lampshaded here. The fact that Black Tom Cassidy was supposed to be the main villain, but they basically hastily, there you go, pulled it back to have the Juggernaut. Oh no.
Oh.
Meg!
Oh no, Cable's got head.
Again, like I said, the start of a great friendship.
So, unlike in X-Men: The Last Stand, Juggernaut is like a giant.
Basically.
He's not.
Ooh.
He's not Vinnie Jones of the weird outfit.
And
Yeah,
he's
no,
not going to
wait,
spout a
that's
terrible meme.
Is Juggernaut related to Professor Xavier?
Yes.
Yes, they're stepbrothers.
Oh, okay.
Again, that's the thing. Juggernaut is technically not a mutant. He's just someone who's enchanted by a mystical power.
Of
Yeah,
a
It's always
friend,
racist
yes.
against
Comics,
mutants.
the comics probably retcon that too.
Yeah.
Did they?
Yeah.
Last I
No,
checked,
as far
he
as
was
I know, he
considered
still uses the gem of Saitorak.
Yeah, so he's still not a mutant in the comics.
Because I thought he normally teams up with Magneto and his
He
brother.
does still, but
He
that's
does, but
it's-
that's mainly just because he wants to stick it to Xavier.
Yeah. Yes. Oh,
So, question: in the comics, is Juggernaut this swole, for lack of a better word?
Yeah.
yes.
Oh,
If
so
you-
he wasn't just Vinnie Jones in a weird outfit.
No.
Hey! Remember how they did a reshot of X-Free for him to say,
I'm the
I'm the
Juggernaut
Juggernaut.
bitch. Yes.
"Yeah," just to get claps. Honestly, I thought that's where that line originated from. I didn't know. It was
No. Again, I was more surprised for the fact that that movie that early, when the internet was very young, still did actually manage to reference an internet meme.
Yeah, that's so weird.
2006.
Yeah, this is when the YouTube was in its infancy.
I mean, you asked for it, to be fair.
Yeah, you brought that on yourself.
Well, that's
Oh,
so what we accomplished? We wrecked half of generic city. We put Cable out of commission. Almost all the X-Force are dead, and
And Deadpool
Yeah.
is now half the man he was supposed to be.
And we still haven't got Russell. Yeah, he's half the man he used to
Come on, Cheery, that joke was obvious.
You
And that
judge
Deadpool-
my puns, Jesus.
Never
That's
think
so-
that those demands are
that's so
better,
the,
Cheery.
And so the moral of the story is always follow wind advisories.
Yes.
And now poor Deadpool feels betrayed by the kid that he told
Also,
to constantly get
that
lost.
Hawaiian shirt is disgusting.
So, does anybody have any sewing needles?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
A warrior, eh?
Curved legs.
Is that how Rob Liefeld draws feet?
No,
Somehow he
no.
manages
Well-
to get them worse. You think of diamond shape in the roughest way possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
Hi. Hi, Defender. Yeah, it's happened before. Oh.
That is true.
It is like an avocado.
Ah. I mean, the wind killed most of you, so.
You know, surprisingly, that is not one of his hyper combos in Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
To be fair, what we came up back then was good enough material. Remember,
Oh,
it was
yes.
it was also
Literally
at the time
his
where Deadpool
taunt
was
could-
about to become super popular, so
There he is.
peace.
Hi.
Peace was never an option.
Rocker, sorry.
Yeah. Thank you.
Hey, she's
Okay,
helping, you know?
Yeah, okay. To be fair, that is a top tier blind joke, so
Yeah.
well done.
And also he made the basic instinct leg move.
I like,
There you go.
Yeah.
Blind grandma is packing.
That's not what you said.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
It's a bit contrived, but at least it works. Yeah, we're dead too.
Brian, don't look at me. You co-wrote this.
Maybe these are the footnotes.
So yeah, that's the thing. Like Jova also mentioned, Russell, when he grows up, is gonna become a super criminal that's gonna take over the world.
Yeah.
Again, like Dejimon mentioned in the New Mutants, any future of
Again.
the X-Men is doomed to fail. Oh.
What?
Like I said, beautiful friendship.
So in a way, you complete me. That just
Basically.
really...
Will you be my new wife?
I mean, if you're a comic fan, you know actually who Cable's parents are supposed to be. It makes sense a lot to the fact that he doesn't have a sense of humor.
But
Uh,
and so the gatekeeper
why? Because he's evil.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we should talk about the nature of fridging a character here. Yes, inherently, people do have a good reason to have a problem with it. That being said, I do think that just because it does happen once, and yes, it can happen to both men and women, sometimes that is the nature of how a story begins. Like, for all intents and purposes, one could argue that fridging is the nature of a lot of revenge stories, technically.
like
The
Uncle Ben.
motivation for revenge.
Uncle
you know.
Ben, Bruce Wayne's parents.
The Punisher's family.
So part of me does wonder, like, maybe, okay, to what end should we maybe draw the line in the sand here? And
How
there,
much
that-
it is, how gratuitous it is. Dejimon in her essay complained that it was mostly applied to women, particularly wives and mothers. And to be fair, yes, it has been a thing, and it is to this day.
Oh, John Wick
Yes.
decided to go a different route and kill the dog.
Again. That's why I say that, yes, fridging is a bad thing, but I do think that sometimes people do apply it to pretty much just any case of a loved one getting killed here, when sometimes, and trust me, look, even I don't like to say that sometimes it is necessary, but sometimes there is a story that is going to go that deep here and there.
So tropes are tools, pretty much, Jova.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, oh,
Yeah, just basically as soon as they meet Russell, wait till he got 30 seconds to try and convince Russell not to become a killer, or else Cable gets to kill him.
but yeah, no, I mean, death in a story can happen. And yes, there is some point where if it's just pointless or the death is incredibly pathetic, that is straight up fridging. However, in a case where, say, the character who does die at least puts up a very good fight or makes it...
Yeah.
What? What are you? Oh my!
Yeah, wow, well, that is definitely not something Thanos would say.
Depends on which Thanos we're talking about.
MCU Thanos. Yeah. Because, Josh Brolin and that.
But yeah, like I was saying, sometimes death in a superhero story can lead to, admittedly, some potential here and there. Case in point, death in the family.
Like I said, Joe,
Cable, are you talking about Deadpool or some of those cosplayers?
like I said, Joe, it also depends on how gratuitous it is, like Team Drake's father in Identity Crisis.
Oh boy, Identity Crisis. And then on the good spectrum, there was the deaths of Supergirl and Barry Allen in Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Oof.
Sad deaths, but deaths
Hey,
that at
we're
least
back in
did
the
help.
expansion.
So Deadpool's a romance movie. Gotcha.
Yes.
Oh, Deads, we kind of already went over this with the first movie.
No, but the real romance was in between Wade and
Good aim.
Oh.
Hello.
Hey, Yukio, what is the point of you in this movie?
She's hyping up Deadpool.
I mean, look, I don't mind Yukio being here. It's a weird thing to do, seeing as how she's completely different from the
I get, if
Yukio
I had to
in the
guess,
original
Joe, it's mostly
timeline.
just another joking say, hey, see how she disappeared after the Wolverine? There she is.
Again, like I said, most of the jokes land in this movie, but I will admit, sometimes they just go a little too above and beyond with the jokes to the point where I'm sort of wondering what exactly is the joke or
That's so
why.
divergent.
I don't know, mate. Considering this is especially funny considering the most recent run of the X-Men as portraying the entire team as kind of a sex cult. They just say that it runs very wild.
Also, Deadpool, I'm pretty sure 2 of those are a couple.
yeah, and
Well, it's not a virgin chateau, probably.
just because you're a couple doesn't mean you have sex.
I know, but there's a possibility.
They're teenagers, aren't they?
Oh, let's fuck some shit up as his legal.
Dude, Deads.
So his name is Jugger. Let's fuck shit up. Thoughts.
Deads.
Yes.
A bunch of teenagers in love. Do you always think they're gonna make the smart decision and, not do it?
Yeah, remember 30 seconds, Wade.
Huh.
Oh. That's fair.
We are going to wreak so much hell in here.
Hell yeah.
Oh.
No. Yeah, just do that.
Yeah, just start with the music. Why this?
Because why not to?
It was already out of style when Space Jam did it.
I think Tim Miller really likes. Sorry, I think David Leitch really likes 80s movies.
What?
He looks like Palpatine.
You didn't even give me 30 seconds yet. I gotta say, up until I saw the credits for this film on Wikipedia, I didn't know that was Ryan Reynolds voicing Juggernaut. Yeah, like that.
Mhm.
No, that's a different character. Was there a character named Abomination?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
there's-
You seen the
He
Incredible
literally
Hulk?
commentated
and
on
Shang-Chi.
Incredible Hulk, Dwibs.
Incredible Hulk isn't the most memorable
Well,
movie.
Dwibs, get ready. The character is coming back for the She-Hulk series.
Oh, really?
Okay,
That's
He
yeah,
good.
was.
second
And actually,
chance.
still played by Team Roth.
I can't believe that they finally acknowledge the Incredible Hulk as a thing. So are they going to remember the leader or no?
To be fair, Deads, they've been doing that ever since Civil War, with,
For all
Ross
we don't-
still being played by William Hurt, instead of a superior Sam Elliott.
I was talking about Abomination, not General
To
Ross.
answer your
He's
question,
been a thing
Dad,
since Shang-Chi, when he
to
came
answer your
back.
question, Dad, we don't know yet. Might be, maybe not. Yeah, explosive delayed.
Are you sure this guy isn't isn't her
Mr.
father.
Sinister, no.
No, I mean, considering how he's surviving all this stuff. Oh,
Oh.
Oh, Africa.
I never knew I wanted. No, it's not Africa, but I never knew I wanted this
Wait, what song is this?
in your eyes.
Okay. Don't push it.
I mean,
That
Deji,
would
to be fair,
literally crush your pelvis, Wade.
Deji, to be fair, he has a fence stuck in his head.
Jova, that doesn't stop people, knowing everything about 2B.
Deadpool's a Disney princess.
Yes.
Well, obviously.
Yeah, I think it's best you take that thing out of your head.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, bummer.
Much better.
Yay! I don't know, Colossus. It didn't went well with Angel Dust last time.
I mean, they're of equal size this time, so.
I didn't realize he was still alive, by the way.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah,
That's the thing about
he's
Juggernaut.
Domino's father.
He's kind of meant to be unstoppable in that regard.
No, not Juggernaut, the guy who basically runs this crapshoot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Russell, alright.
You like to... Ooh!
Yeah, this Juggernaut really likes shoving things up people's asses.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that one brick will take them all down.
Look,
Remember, you can
Deadpool-
most definitely kill someone with a brick.
Look, Deadpool with a brick could probably get a lot done in about a minute or two.
Oh yeah, apparently, at least according to TB tropes, Yukio and Negasonic, apparently it's the first superhero movie to have a gay couple in it, while also not doing the gay couple tropes that people don't like.
Oh, you mean like killing one of them, or both of them?
Or other stuff.
Or like being entirely defined just by that.
Yes. Jeez.
I forget, did the movie state that they're a gay couple, actually?
I mean, it's pretty obvious.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's so
she said the
I think
first
there
time they
was at least
showed
a
up.
throwaway line that mentioned it, Joe, at
Yeah,
the
she
least,
said
if you want to know that.
She said the first time they showed up, she was a girlfriend.
Ooh.
Also, they both have big gay energy. What?
That's the thing, Shirei. Colossus is supposed to be Russian, so that's your joke.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. Other than in these movies, he isn't Russian.
His entire name is Pyotr Rasputin.
Yeah, whereas in these movies, he is, Russian.
Which, again, does lead to some of the confusion in trying to tie these movies to the X-Men movies.
But of course.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Best friend goals right here.
Oof.
You're a boss to get your... Hey, there's your boss.
That's how convenient.
Again, lucky. Hey, you get to go on the slide.
Let me see who plays a slimy director. think it's Eddie Marzan.
Also, I do love how the choir, at least in the theatrical version, the choir was basically chanting "Holy shit balls."
They did. They were doing it here too. Earlier on.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get.
Again, is a game. It's kind of also taken from the actual Deadpool video game.
Oh, so are we gonna get to see what Yukio's mutant powers are in this universe? I guess.
Yes, she's good with a whip.
She has an electric whip chain
Aw.
thingy.
Oh.
Ooh.
Well, you wanted something up your ass, so there you go. You got your wish. I mean, it was a bit longer than 30 seconds. Whee!
Maybe don't touch that water.
I will give him credit. Yukio does have a pretty neat superhero costume in this. Oh, wow.
God.
You watch too many films.
Yeah.
He clearly does.
Either that or New Zealand has very lax age rating laws. I don't know.
You've seen a lot of perverts running, have you?
Yeah, don't do that.
Phrasing, my dude.
Yeah.
Phrasing.
Just hope he doesn't try and burn you while you're doing that. Yeah. Yeah. Oh well, he tried.
He really did.
Boring conversation anyway.
Wait! Maybe Domino could help with some luck.
But ooh.
You're literally quoting the guy who tormented you.
And you have love how Cable mouthed fuck this.
It's called conditioning. Why is this playing?
I don't know, Shiro.
I guess because future and tomorrow.
Mate, don't touch the metal thing.
Wait, is this the version from the God? What year did that new Andy movie come out?
2017.
Yeah, is this the is that the one from that? Actually, what studio did make that Annie movie?
Sony.
Huh.
So Annie was 2014 or 15. I can't remember.
This song is so out of place.
I know, right?
A lot of the songs
Again,
are
I
out of
can't-
place.
I can't remember if this song was in the original.
I can't believe Deadpool is fucking dead.
Wait. Tomorrow was in the original Annie musical.
Oh, the original version of this film, Jayla.
So take the collar off and we're good, right? Oh wait, that's right. It's tough to
don't have-
take off.
We don't have the key.
Not just that, he doesn't want to. They don't care, Wade.
The Academy don't watch anything.
That was actually leaked to be the truth in some cases.
Yeah.
God.
I'm pretty sure it's true
why I
all the
said
time.
Are you telling me that we should just ignore the Academy altogether?
Yep.
Maybe.
Or just replace
that is the
everyone who's
lesson.
there with new, fresh people or something like that?
I feel like the best thing the Academy did was literally just take the piss out of Cats the same month it came out. His suit's even
Also-
gray.
Yeah, but it's a reference to the actual X-Force comic where Eastwood was grey with red eyes.
Wait, there was a part in the... Oh, I thought you were going to say, this is a reference to the part in the X-Force comic where he gave someone an Adventure Time watch.
Believe it or not, then Dwibs, Deadpool in that one is actually one of the more serious characters. He actually wants to prevent one character called Phantom X to kill a child. Kind of like in this movie.
Bit of an understatement.
No. There you go. He said it.
You're getting coal for Christmas, dude.
I'm not. I told you I'm not so racist.
Even in death.
Oh,
Uh,
I left you the dry cleaning money in the will.
What? Emily?
given what Rusty Collins' actual costume looks like, I don't know if they were actually trying to go for that with that.
Yeah, if there was a scene where he was trying on different clothes, he'd probably do that.
Shut up and die, Jesus.
What? Is this taking the piss out of, like...
definitely, yes.
Yeah.
Back on forever?
The best thing, I don't know if you remember, Shiro. Remember, Clavis's death in True Sonata is basically like this, but completely played straight.
It is.
It
Yeah.
really is. Also, Shiro, your first
Let me
mistake
guess, the
was...
twist is he's not dying because
And-
it wasn't on.
Anyway, Shiro, your first mistake was asking Deadpool to shut up.
Oh.
Keep talking. Reverse psychology.
Okay.
If it was X-Men Origins Wolverine, it probably would have worked.
This is getting really awkward now.
No, wait, no.
Oh,
Wait,
yeah.
no.
Yes.
Wait. You won't
Hey,
be
look,
owned by
look, look.
Disney for another good few
Great,
months.
wait, the last
look.
line of dialogue is quoting Frozen.
What a waste.
Poor guy.
I guess he really did let it go in the end.
God damn.
Yeah!
I'm letting it pass just because it fits in the movie.
But guys, Cable's having thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Hey,
Okay.
can he finally get to her now? Sorry, your heart's still not in the right place. Wouldn't it have been cruel if the wall was still there?
It was just bonk.
I mean, technically it is, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And hey, the wall apparently has the power to.
Oh my god, he looks like Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
You don't have the, I mean, that Dwibs you would expect in the afterlife to at least not have cancer.
Yeah.
Oh, can you imagine if that went with him? Jesus.
Yeah, man, it's a good thing the afterlife, all your wounds heal.
Why
So
wouldn't
the thing
they?
that kills you.
Well, true, I guess to be fair, going off of soul, you do apparently keep your wounds with you when you die.
Oh,
We get a sad reprise of the silly.
what was that? The quote from Prisoner of Azkaban? Just returns should be right.
Harry, Hermione, Ron, it's the Grim.
No, seriously. Death is about to come and evict you right now. She's on a tight schedule. Also, don't
friends.
cheat on... Also, don't cheat on me with Death, please.
I don't think this version of Deadpool would do that.
No.
They need you. Why? Because of Disney buyout.
See, I told you that he would enjoy the pegging.
Go on, Daddy.
So, he guess he got a new superpower. The superpower to be willed back to life from the afterlife.
Well, I mean, Cable isn't Cable adjusting time.
Mm-hmm. I know, it's just going off of his perspective. Would you put it past Deadpool to think that he's just coming back from the sheer power of his own awesomeness?
Probably.
Yeet.
And that's why it's not your time anymore.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
just that's
like
all
that. Yeah, we already saw this bit.
Makes me wonder if Wade does remember speaking to his girlfriend in the afterlife.
What happened? So what did he do?
He put like a plate on his chest,
Yeah.
like a little
There
disc
it
or
is.
whatever.
Yeah.
The actual token.
Yeah, exactly. But how are you going to get the collar off you, though?
Colossus.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I mean, I got to do something after
Hey.
Thanos.
Hey, you want to make sure the world doesn't go into oblivion? Stop your idiot dad from assimilating the Phoenix Force and killing Xavier. Please.
Please prevent the third movie from happening. Which one? Yes.
Yeah, like there's third in the original timeline and there's third in the new timeline.
And they had the audacity to say, let's all agree that the third one's always the worst. Good job.
Oh.
But what's the code? Yeah. Listen to Captain Lucky.
You're just bitter, Wade.
Please don't.
Yes.
Yes.
There we go.
Yes.
Isn't Deadpool pansexual?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's gonna
Deserved.
take some while to
Deserved.
regenerate.
It didn't seem to hurt him that badly.
You're right. He's pretty much numb to the pain at this
Oh,
point.
right, him.
Deadpool's gonna kill him, isn't he?
Yeah.
Hey,
The
Oh.
pit did
Nice
it.
Mean Girls reference.
Yeah, that was straight up Mean Girls.
They didn't use the bus though. How disappointing.
Yep. It was the Pinter that saved the day.
You know what? Karma.
Well, I mean, he had a electric cable shoved up his arse and was thrown into a big
Oh?
pool of water. X people! Yay!
You know what? That is still better than the X-Woman remark in Dark
Yeah, I mean
Phoenix.
that other bit was the other bit when they did it earlier was better too. I mean, again, it's like what Tio said earlier.
They did it better twice.
Here it's done as a joke. That's the key difference.
Cable is not racist, goddammit.
Yeah, it's a family film. Yeah, there's your X-Force. Wait, guys, I'm still alive.
It's okay, Juggernaut. We'll check in. Wait. Hold on.
Stay tuned
It's
because
like-
there are some post-credit
Oh,
scenes.
Yes, there
That's
are.
the first
Hey,
credit
there-
scene ever.
Pool. Deadpool.
Did Deadpool draw these?
Maybe.
Probably.
Let me
Nice
see
jokes.
instead if Rob Liefeld did cameo again in this one.
Yeah, Tyler Bates came back for the music.
No, apparently he did not cameoed, alas.
Oh, Winnie the Pooh.
I'm surprised they didn't do Heaven is a Place on Earth with the 80s kick they were doing.
File for Granny Pool.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Speaking of her actress, yeah, weirdly enough, I feel like Teenage Negasonic Warhead was the name.
Negasonic
Negasonic
Teenage Warhead.
Yeah. I feel like she had a bit less to do in this movie. Oh well.
A 20th Century Fox presentation.
Now Disney
Making
company.
body moves.
Oh. There we go. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, it's this one.
You're helping him because you have clearly gone beyond the point of curiosity.
Alright.
You think? You gave a psychopath a time machine. That's what you've done.
And we'll see it during these credits.
So,
First,
Wow.
to
Yeah, there you
save Vanessa.
so there you go. She's no longer dead.
away he goes. And now to save Peter.
Why not save the rest? Wait a minute.
According to the actor who played Shatterstar, supposedly he saved the rest of them as well.
Yeah, it was to keep Josh Brolin employed all along.
I just wonder why they don't show that on screen, but whatever. At least we know. That being said, though, I don't know what it feels like this scene should have come before he rescues Vanessa. Here we go.
Oh boy.
Okay, now this, I believe, was archive footage.
Yeah.
So that means that X-Men
That's
Origins
a terrible
Wolverine
line.
actually did happen in this timeline,
But,
then.
Yes.
I don't think this bit's archive footage, so maybe it was a deleted scene.
I'm pretty sure they...
Yeah.
Like, there's no way that they actually got Hugh Jackman back for that scene.
Also this.
Here it is.
Oh, no.
Oh, come on. It wasn't that bad. Also, if you had a problem with Green Lantern, why didn't you kill the
Oh, come on, Martin. It wasn't all Martin Campbell.
This is actually an
And the
addition for the
Warner Brothers
extended cut.
Twitter
So.
at Deadpool and said, "We're gonna need our ring back."
Wait
can't
a
find the
minute.
tweet.
Is that Hitler?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, he said earlier, go back in time and kill baby Hitler to Cable.
Well,
Come
where
on,
did he go to
Deadpool,
hell if
fake.
he hasn't done it yet?
You don't know. There's a lot of people. There might have been another person that had the name A. Hitler.
Stay tuned. There's still also another after credit scene. So
What
the,
the
credits
fuck?
are, the credits are long enough to start our final thoughts. So,
Right.
do you mind if I go first for this one?
Sure.
Sure, go on.
I'll be quick anyway. Now this is good. Pretty much on par with the first movie to me, just for different reasons. I love the cast. I love the jokes. Maybe not all of them land, but it was the same thing for the first movie. To me, it's a fine enough sequel. A good, extra step. I wasn't super keen on the fridging of Vanessa at the beginning. It reeked to me as if the writer and director did not know what to do with her. So they just said, oh, she's the motivation for way to seek suicide and everything. Which, admittedly, like he himself said, lazy writing. I think it could have been potentially worse, but it's still something that could have easily been fixed. And to be fair, like I mentioned, they eventually acknowledged that it could have been done doing something better, in the PG-13 cut. So good on them for actually, listening to the feedback. That being said, it's still a fun enough story. We're in the conclusion, and we'll have to see how Wade will fare in the MCU and if he's gonna bring some people with him or not. We'll see. Next.
This is actually a good segue for my final thoughts here. See, I sort of knew about the time traveling venture. I didn't know the elaborate details of it. But knowing that, I do wonder if maybe they're going to say that because Deadpool messed with the timeline too much, he ended up falling into the MCU. Or, God help us, may have accidentally ended up creating the MCU due to whatever he was doing with Cable's time machine. I mean, it's an easy way. Could be. But yeah,
And then we get the tribute fan song that was redone for Deadpool 1, redone for this film, but with the X-Force.
How cute. Although, come to think of it, if they use this as an excuse to get Hugh Jackman back as Wolverine in the MCU, that, I will admit, well played.
I know what you're
Very
going to say,
well
Libs,
played.
but remember, they managed to bring back Harrison Ford for the Star Wars Secret Trilogy. I guess even enough money talks
Well, I
in
mean,
fight to join back.
Well, I mean, there is a bit of a difference. Han Solo wasn't dead by that point yet.
Well, Dwibs. MCU, different world. It's an easy way to bring Hugh
Also,
Jackman back
Dwibs,
as Wolverine.
you're saying this about the new Spider-Man movies saying otherwise about dead villains.
I mean, the trailer
That's-
does seem to indicate something else, but we'll get to there.
Well, I mean, for all we know, back from the dead and all that. Even still, though, again, Dweebs, even without all that, do you really, really think those would be blockades to bring back Hugh Jackman as Wolverine? Again, the MCU is technically a different world, so one, you could just have him play Wolverine of that world, and two, you can easily pull again the time travel shenanigans to say that Wade ended up taking Wolverine with him to the MCU as well. Like, trust me, with enough money, actors will sometimes do whatever you ask. And sometimes, well, if it's awesome enough, fans will be willing to let it pass too. But only if it is awesome enough. And speaking of awesome enough, yeah, I can see why a lot of people do consider this one to be even better than the first one. Don't get me wrong, I will get my problems out of the way first. Yeah, the whole thing with killing Vanessa thing could be taken as switching. I can sort of see it as maybe an evil necessity of sorts to get the plot moving. Like, technically it is about a tragedy, but I do get how people can feel cheated out of essentially, like, well, wasn't Deadpool 1 all about saving her, and, well, now she's dead. And then, just to rub further salt in the wound, she's brought back to life in the end anyway, so... And like I said, I mean, it's nice that Yukio's back, but why they made her age down and instead of being Wolverine's love interest, now the girlfriend of Megasonic Teenage Warhead? I don't get, like, there are plenty of other characters you could have done that with, but whatever. Huh?
I said, don't worry about it.
Again, I guess that butterfly effect do be crazy, eh, Teo?
Yeah.
Look, Jova. Let's be real. X-Men Origins had Emma Frost as a teenager. Then X-Men First Class had her as an adult.
Oh, they got hey! They thanked Hugh Jackman for his assistance along with others.
Cute. Yeah. And like I said, while I do like most of the jokes in this movie, I do feel that some just feel like they were thrown in because we needed to fill some empty airtime, and some really don't make sense. Thankfully, the ones that do make sense, though, are able to hold the movie well together enough, because yes, this movie is a delight. It's got great action, good pacing, a great story, and some good laughs. Speaking of which...
Yeah.
Maybe Wade's gonna do it.
I mean...
You know, the sad twist is that this ends up being the timeline where Sir Isaac Newton is the one who founded Hydra.
Yeah. But hey, this film made a lot of jobs.
So did the Predator Dwibs.
Well, again, Tio.
I'm just joking. Ignore me.
Again, a lot of good and bad things come from all forms of good and bad.
Scrub season 9 in a nutshell.
Although, to be fair, just pray that those were jobs that people didn't end up hating, like certain movie projects. But anyway, yeah, my thoughts on this movie overall, while it does have more problems than the original film did, but I also say that it has higher highs than the last movie.
Yeah.
And overall, I'd say that the higher highs do help this movie overall be better than the first. Again, probably help that they don't have Tim Miller holding them back. So, yeah, again, great stuff. Next.
Can I go next?
Go ahead.
Yeah, it's a really solid film, and especially considering the really depressing ending of Infinity War. You know, not just counting Logan as well in terms of superhero films in general, and Infinity War considering it only came out a few weeks before this one. Going to the cinema to watch this film not long after seeing Infinity War was a nice palate cleanser. So what better way to get over the cruel ending of Infinity War than hearing a choir sing "Holy shit balls"? I mean, can you think of any other time to do that?
Possibly.
Yeah, maybe someone could do like a choir sound effect with like a vocoder or something. Okay, the whole thing with Vanessa at the beginning. I mean, to be honest, the worst kind of that kind of trope to me is when it happens and the characters mope about it for like a little bit, but then just get over it really quickly. Whereas at least, this one, the film still treats it as though she meant a lot to Wade, and now he's like, what the hell am I going to do about her? Throughout the movie, and it does help to it does help him with his decision making near the end, and him being ready and pure of heart or whatever to get to finally reunite in the afterlife. I guess he's alive at the end anyway, so it's not really that big of a deal, to be honest. The jokes, I mean, yeah, there were one or two that were a bit over the top, but but the rest of them were at least really funny.
Mm-hmm.
But my favourite was actually the bit where Wade got confused about the whole bit where Cable said, "You remind me of my wife." That was actually kind of funny, and also a lot of the other ones, and a lesbian couple in a superhero movie, and it's not depicted like like extremely over the top.
Hooray for basic decency!
And they're not doing it as a way to get good publicity.
Yeah, hooray for the bare minimum.
Yeah, I don't.
Woo!
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's actually kind of sad when you word it.
That's what Disney would probably do that. But yeah, but that's the thing. Again, at least in my opinion, if you're going to do a same-sex couple, just do it this way. Just treat it as if you would any other kind of couple. Don't. What's it called when you're just trumpeting it for the sake of it? It doesn't really matter much.
Baiting.
Tokenism?
Yeah, that.
No, but queer baiting is something different, but yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Tokenism, yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. They treat it as it should be. It's there, and there you go. You know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
Anything else, or is that it?
And that's about it. Yeah, again, Deadpool 2. A very good palate cleanser after how depressing, in a good way, Infinity War.
Sure, right.
I know they're not part of the same universe, but yeah.
They
Oh,
may
this was
be
a fun
eventually.
movie. Oh. Yeah, this was a fun movie.
Mm-hmm.
I also agreed that I didn't mind the fridging. I'd actually never heard that to him for this before, so there we go. Because they didn't make it. I mean, it was part of the motivation show, but they didn't make it, a whole thing throughout the entire movie. It was there,
yeah.
and it's just like it was a means, I think, if that's how you want to put it. But as somebody who, again, has no real attachment to this side of things, I thought it was fine. Even when I first watched it. I do get why some people might have a problem, but I personally didn't, and I think the movie handled it pretty well, as I said. Interesting music choices, but yes, Jova.
I was just gonna say, it's like I say, for as much as the term fridging is thrown out, I do wonder if sometimes people are just throwing it at any case where a beloved character dies for the sake of the plot. And yes, I do get how that can be iffy, but sometimes it is just that, a necessity. I'm not saying that I'm all for fridging. Oh, no. It still does have a problem here and there, but I do wonder if maybe it is a bit too reactionary in some cases. Don't get me wrong, there are still some cases that are absolute BS still. I cry for justice. But I digress.
But, yeah, it's just really good and fun. and I don't know what they're going to do with any future movies. Time travel would be time travel.
Well, for one thing, we do know that this Deadpool is in the MCU. We don't know quite yet know how or why, or what his next venture will be, but we do know he's there thanks to, of all things, a reaction to Free Guy.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, basically he did a reaction along with Korg.
Yeah.
But anyway, I don't think I have much else to say. This was just a lot of fun.
Pedro.
Yeah.
No, like everybody else said, no, the only real problem is Vanessa. I know the way they handled
Oh
the
God,
death.
Vanessa!
Yeah, exactly.
I'm so sorry, Pedro.
Nah, that's that's okay. Fortunately, Deadpool brought her back using the Infinity Stones.
Chad.
And the point, yeah. Aside from that, yeah, pretty much everything is on point. Yeah, like I actually do enjoy this more than the first one. Aside from that one part of it, I think it's overall better directed. Then again, I'm not exactly a big fan of Tim Miller to begin with, but yeah. But I think this one overall is just overall better made, aside from the elephant in the room that we've already all discussed. But that is, again, it's great action, great humor. Like again, it's exactly what you'd expect. So looking forward to seeing what Deadpool will do in the MCU. Go on, Dej.
Okay, then that just leaves Dej.
I like this one more than the first. Granted, I feel like maybe they could have cut some things out for a shorter run time because while I think the first one's okay, it does have great pacing. But most of the jokes are funny. I do like the plot. Yeah, Vanessa dying does feel a bit cheap, but hey, she came back in the end. So doesn't matter. Cable was great. They made the characters from the first one funnier, which I do appreciate.
Yes.
And I'm also glad that none of the jokes were spoiled for me. But besides the Green Lantern thing. Because I feel that's why I didn't find the first one to be as good, because like everyone kept posting everything the week afterwards. Oops. But yeah, good movie. I'm curious to see what they're going to do with Free. And how much fun that Ryan Reynolds is going to have poking fun at everything.
So happy birthday, Dwibs.
Yeah,
Yay.
happy birthday.
Yay.
And that finally brings the Fox era of our X-Men films to a close.
Thank God, burn it down.
Again, I'm okay with almost all of it.
There was the good, there was the bad, there was the god-awful, and there was the clearly trying to riff off of MCU bits here and there. But hey, all in all, guys, once again, we should give ourselves a pat on the back for not resorting to a fourth wall Deadpool joke in this commentary.
So in a way, Joe, but this is no different than the MCU.
On that note, see you for a merry Deadpool Christmas or whatever the PG-13 cut is called.
Oh,
If I
God,
can find
we still do have that one to look at.
if I can find a copy of it.
We'll
Anyway.
see. See ya.
Then.
See ya.
See ya.